Welcome back, guys. In this episode, we're going to be getting ready to fix all this little body work we have. We have a ton of, not a ton, we got about 7 imperfections. This side's a lot worse than the other side. But we've been doing a lot off camera, trying to get this thing ready for paint. Because once it's ready for paint, we're going to go ahead and go underneath and start getting ready for that to get painted. But in this video, we're probably going to be hopping on, maybe sanding down the bottom, putting some core seal on. We got to see how long we can wait between putting the core seal on and then painting. It just depends how long it takes. If it's like 30 days, we can go ahead and do that. But if it's like 3 days, we can't do that because we want to get this thing ready for paint. But yeah, if you're new to the channel, make sure you're subscribing. It helps us out a lot. We really want to build this page. I know right now we're not getting as many videos out. But I feel like once we get more videos out and it's not this boring stuff of just sanding all the time, we might get this channel to grow a little bit. That's our goal, because we want to continue this after this car, be building other stuff. We want to take a different route, no more restorations for now. We want to stick to like rebuilds on like salvage cars. Alrighty guys, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to focus on this side. And then we'll hop to the other side, just because this side has a few more than the other side. As you can see, we already fixed this right here. Before it just had like little holes there, like little, I don't know how to explain it, but yeah. We went ahead and fixed that. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna focus on these 3 here. We're gonna be doing this one next. We just don't wanna get a ton on here. We're gonna do little sections at a time. That's just how I like to do it. Then for down here, we just gotta put some in here and then sand it out because it's a little pitted a little bit. Same with right here. I don't know why it did that. But we are also messing with this back here. As you can see, it has these little where they like tack welded it in, and we went ahead and fixed this side. As you can see, it's nice and flat. I think it looks a lot cleaner that way. So that's what we'll be doing. It's just gonna make it look cleaner if you see this. I don't know if you see this or not when the tailgate's down, but that's why we are gonna be doing this. And for the bed, as you can see, it's kind of messy. We've been just not really doing anything with it because what we're gonna be doing is putting bed liner. And we decided to put it all the way up to right here where this line is here, so it'll be bed liner up to here, and then it will be black paint. We're gonna do that because we think it will make a good break and make it look good, and so that we don't have to fix all the dents and everything. Like we beat this one out right here, so that will be good like that. But it would just take us so long to do this bed. We're not really trying to do that, so we're just gonna bed liner that and then put wood flooring down. But let's go ahead and hop on putting some body filler in these 3 right here. And then we'll sand that off and then focus on something else. So now that we went and put this on, we're gonna let that dry. But in the meantime, now that we got the gas tank off, we're gonna go ahead and try to get this big dent out here. We don't really need to, but I just want to get it out just so that when we put the wood flooring in, it lays down good. And I also want to do this before we put paint on here so that we don't chip any of the paint on the bottom. So I'm gonna go underneath and try to hit this out. I'm gonna put you guys up top so that you can see it coming out. Alrighty guys, so as you saw, we've beaten it out. I mean, we tried for quite a bit. It came out a little bit. It's just so thick that we ended up getting the 3-pound hammer out and put our piece here on top, and it still wouldn't come out at all. but I mean, it's better than what it was. It really doesn't matter because I guess because there's wood, and the wood will just sit in here, and then you drill it into here. So it doesn't really matter, but it did come out a little bit. Not all the way, but it's better than what it was, so yeah. So I guess let's get ready to sand this. Now this is dry, and we'll see how it looks. As you see, after we sanded it off, there's not really a lot of body filler there. Like this one here, it just had some little dings in it from where we had to beat this high spot down. So it's actually looking really good. These two spots are good. Now what we're gonna do is do these two spots right here. And this one's gonna be a little difficult because it's low during this little ridge right here. As you can see, we have that little ridge. I don't know if you guys can see, but like it's gonna be low right here. So we're gonna have to build it up a little bit. It's not that bad. So. So we just went ahead and got this all sanded down. It's looking really good and straight, as you can see. But for down here, while we were just messing around, we went ahead and grabbed the grinder and took a wire wheel to the frame right here. As you can see, it actually took most of the surface rust off, which is amazing. We're gonna have to end up doing that to all of the frame probably. And then we'll put the core seal on. The core seal is, you can paint up to 30 days after. But what we're gonna do now is go ahead and take these bumper supports off, and we're gonna go ahead and blow it out, because as you can see, there's a bunch of stuff up in the frame, and we wanna get that out of there just in case, so that that doesn't hold water or anything. So we're gonna go ahead and take these off. We already got the bottom bolts pretty loose, but that's what we're gonna do now for both sides, and then we're gonna go ahead and blow these out. And yeah, I think what we're gonna be doing is, for now, we're just gonna work on the frame up to about right here, right where it starts to go up. And then once we get the body ready, we'll probably go ahead and drop this rear end and have it just on jacks for now. And then we're gonna go ahead and paint everything else, and then we'll paint the rear end while it's out. I just think that would be much easier than trying to sand around all of this. But we'll just have to see. I'm gonna go ahead and watch some other videos and see what they do when they paint the whole bottom of the car. Most people take the frame apart, but we don't have the ability to do that. So we gotta make do without. So for now, what we're gonna do is focus on taking these off. You guys see all that came out of there? I mean, we got some here, some flew all the way over here. I think like this is like a rat's nest or something, or mice or something. I think they went ahead and crawled up in the frame. But as you can see, it's not terrible in there. I don't really know how we're gonna get inside there to get this all like no rust in there, but it's all like back here, it's fine. But I think what we're gonna do is go ahead and just sand down to that first body mount. We're gonna sand this and all this and put some core seal on it, and come back tomorrow and see how it is. We might even go back farther until that where the muffler exhaust like mount is, and then we'll put core seal all the way up to it and come back tomorrow. We need to go grab some black paint. Over here we have the Rust-Oleum that we used on the front, but I really don't feel like shooting it with a gun. I mean, I might, I'm not sure yet. I mean, it came out pretty good, as you can see underneath here. It's probably dusty, but it turned out pretty good. But I think I want to go ahead and just use a rattle can for it and see how it is. We'll just have to get the same kind of black. I think that is just gloss black. So we'll have to grab that, and it'll probably just turn out the same. I mean, our main problem we just want to focus on is getting this rust handled, because we don't want any rust down the road. But we're gonna be taking this to shows, so I mean, we might have mirrors pointing up here, we might not, who knows. But we do want to get this perfect, so we'll probably just go ahead and sand back to that. So let's get to that. Forgot my glasses down at my grandpa's shop, so looks like I'll be wearing these Oakleys from when I was about 12 to sand this. So yeah, let's get to sanding. Alrighty guys, so we got it all wired brushed. As you can see, we ended up using that brush. That grinder didn't work that well, it didn't get to all the spots. So we got it all wiped down. We used some wax and grease remover over top of it after we did that. And then we sanded it a little bit, scuffed it up with 80 grit, just because I didn't know if the paint would stick or not. So yeah, it's looking really good. We're gonna let this sit and dry for about 5 minutes, and then we're gonna go grab our core seal, which is right over there. And then we're gonna coat this thing, get it super wet, and let it sit. And we'll probably check in after about 15 minutes. And then we're gonna go ahead and call it a night, and come back tomorrow with some black paint. As you can see, we just went up to that muffler exhaust thing. So yeah, let's see how it looks after we get some core seal on it.
Some feelings that I've kept inside. Tell
guys, as you can see, it's already starting to turn black. That means it is working. What we don't want it to do is turn brown. Brown means it's contaminated. We want it just to stay black and turn a little gray. That means it's working good. But I mean, this is killing the rust, which is actually really good. I mean, there's a few spots that we can't get real well, but I mean, we'll probably get those tomorrow. But yeah, it's looking really good. We'll check back in about 5 minutes and then we'll catch you guys back tomorrow. Alrighty guys, so it's been about 15 minutes. As you can see, it is black now, but up here it's still brown. That means that there's some contamination underneath it. What we need to do now is just wipe it off, and we'll go ahead and wipe it off, clean it off, and go ahead and put some more on there. So that's what we're gonna do real quick. But for now, we're gonna let this dry and we'll see you guys in the morning. Alrighty guys, so it's the next day now. We got our paint here. We went ahead and painted the front end. That's what it's gonna look like when it's black. But this is what it turned out to be looking like. It's actually looking really good. For this video, we're gonna go ahead and paint this section. And then in the next video, we're gonna go ahead and start working on over here and all that. Just because you have to let this cure for 24 hours before painting it. So we want to get a video out for you guys. So in the next video, we'll be working on the rest of this. And then I'm not really sure how far up we can go. Because with all the shocks and springs and all that, it's kind of hard to get all the way back there. But for the time being, I guess we'll just get where we can get. Next video, we're probably going to be focusing on up here too. It's not really rusty, but we're going to go ahead and sand it down a little bit, and then go ahead and put some rust preserver on it just to cure any rust that there is, and then we'll go ahead and paint it. For the sides over here, I'm not sure what we're going to do yet because there's like undercoating on it, and it's going to be pretty hard to get that all sanded down. But yeah, we'll probably just scuff it up and then put a coat of paint on it. But for now, let's go ahead and paint this frame over here and see how it turns out. Alrighty guys, so as you can see, we got our first coat on there. It's actually looking really good. We had gloss black paint. That's what we had at the house. So we used that. The front's semi-gloss, so we're gonna wait and see how it dries. And just for this little portion, we're gonna use this semi-gloss. And for the rest, we'll use, or for this section, we use gloss. And for the rest, we'll use semi-gloss. But if there's a big difference, what we're gonna do is we're just gonna scuff this with the Scotch-Brite and then go ahead and repaint this. But let's give this a few minutes and see how it looks. Guys, so it's been about 15 minutes. As you can see, it's very glossy. We're gonna go ahead and buy semi-gloss and redo this. We're just gonna scuff this up when we paint the rest. But yeah, that's gonna be a wrap for this video. Alrighty guys, so that's gonna be a wrap to this video. We did get a lot done. We're starting on the frame. The next video we'll be getting the frame even more done. And for the paint, we're waiting for our buddy to come out and check it out. It's looking pretty straight. I don't think it'll be much longer till we can get this thing in paint. But we do want to get the rest of the body, or the frame painted and underneath first before paint. So that's what we're going to be doing in the next video. We did get that one little spot done. We will be switching to a different paint, to the semi-gloss instead of just gloss. But yeah, that's going to be a wrap to this video, guys. If you're new to the channel, make sure you're subscribing. Helps us out a lot, trying to grow the page. But yeah, we'll see you guys in the next one.